Elderly trio left homeless after fire destroys Louisa row houses. Guyana Times. A devastating fire of unknown origin swept through 3 houses on Louisa Row in Georgetown in the early hours of Tuesday, leaving 3 elderly individuals without shelter. The affected properties were owned by 69-year-old Leroy Sumner, who lived in one of the houses. His brother, Patrick Sumner, occupied another, while 65-year-old Yvette Prescott resided in the third. Speaking to the Guyana Times, Leroy recounted the harrowing night, describing how he felt an intense heat emanating from one of the buildings. "I got up and noticed that a very hot heat was penetrating this building that I'm in. When I looked out, I saw there was a fire in one of the buildings occupied by a tenant," he explained. In a desperate attempt to control the blaze, Leroy used buckets of water until fire tenders arrived. Unfortunately, despite their swift response, the fire engulfed all 3 houses, leaving no room for the tenants or the landlord to salvage any personal belongings. "So, I went out with buckets and tried to do my best, but the fire was really high. I don't know if it was a planned fire, but it spread rapidly and destroyed the buildings," he added. The estimated damage from the fire is about $7 million. Leroy detailed the losses, stating she, the tenant, had belongings like a bed, stove, tables, a refrigerator, and a television. "I would say about $7 million in damages lost." When asked about his next steps, Leroy mentioned he is currently focusing on cleaning up the site and finding temporary accommodation nearby. "I gotta see how best I can, do something, and I know I gotta do some cleaning, and then that's it. I have to see if any of these rooms are good for me to stay," he said. The community is rallying to provide support for the affected individuals during this challenging time.